Hey YouTube family, welcome back to Eccentric Diva TV. It's your girl, the Eccentric Diva, and I'm coming on with my very first story time. I mean, this may not be like the story time you hear on other channels, but I wanted to just tell my story about how I was in a Google commercial. This happened in 2019. So what happened was I received the email from this guy, James, and you know, you get a little suspicious, you know, when you get emails that have a link in it. So in the email it says, you know, hi, he's introducing himself, which was fine, but then it gets down to did you shot this video? And I'm like, shot? Like, that's not really proper English. Maybe if you had said, did you shoot this video, I would have been like a little more, you know, okay to open this link. But just because of the, you know, sometimes you get words that aren't proper English and you get suspicious. So I like ignored that link and I'm just like, I'm not opening this. So then I get another email saying, oh, we sent you the wrong link. And also at the bottom is like, you know, he's telling, you know, all about the company he's from and what they do. And like they were saying, you know, they wanted to use, well, no, at that point I didn't know exactly what they wanted. So I go back and I take a look, and sure enough, it's my video from when I was training for my marathon in 2018. And I did, you know, I was vlogging every week because I think it was either a 16-week program, I forget. But every week I was just, you know, talking about my progress and my training. So anyway, I see, yes, it is my video. So I respond back, I'm like, yes, I did. And what's the reason? Like, you know, why do you want to know if I did this? So he says, well, there's a major tech company that would like to use like 3 seconds of this video. And so I was like, okay, major tech company, and it's for a commercial. But I still, you know, wasn't, you know, I'm just like, okay, let me just say yes and see where it takes us, you know. And then, I mean, they were going to use this footage to try to get people, you know, to get a little help from this company's product and, you know, get them out to exercise. So I'm like, okay. He said, so next we need to get the contract. So all right, I'm like, okay. You know, and in that it was disclosed like how much money I would make, which for 3 seconds, okay, I'll tell you, I got paid $500. Which, you know, after I found out which company it was, I was like, I should have helped out for more. But I was just flattered that, you know, somebody wanted to use my footage for a commercial. Anyway, so we signed the contract, and then I had 3 of my coworkers in the video. So then they had to all, you know, sign a release, and they also got paid, but because it was my footage, they got paid like half of what I got. And so it was around the time that I was getting ready to have surgery, my surgery in 2019 in April. And so I remember being in the hospital, and he's like, you know, we haven't heard from one girl, and you know, the company is like, they want to do this, they're like ready to do this like now. And so I had to contact my coworker, like, please sign a release. And come to find out, the release went to her junk mail. So then she went to junk mail, she sent it in. So a month later in May, I get these text messages, I get like messages on Facebook saying, are you in a Google commercial? I was like, Google commercial? And then it was like, I remembered back to the contract, and I was like, I had no idea it was for a Google commercial. And so, you know, then I was like, I guess so. And I'm like, where did you see it? And like, I was hearing that people were seeing it like in California, my one friend, she went to the island, she saw it over there, and you know, just like all around the nation. So I was like really, really surprised about being in the Google commercial. So when I go back and look at the contract, and like the very first line says Google, like how did I miss that? And then there's another couple other places that said Google. All I know is like I guess I didn't really read over it like that closely, because you know, he's like, we gotta get this in, and I just like signed it and sent it back, you know, trusting this guy. And so anyway, that is my story of how I, you know, was in a Google commercial. And so like my takeaway from this is, you know, this new platform, you know, I'm from YouTube back like 2010, 2011, where you just get on and, you know, talk about whatever and you would get views. Like, but now it's so hard to even get views. It can be like a little, you know, disheartening, but at the same time I love doing videos. So I'm glad that I did those, because who would have known that video didn't even have 100 views, and for them to find that piece, those 3 seconds, and then for it to go from, you know, my little video to you know, a nationwide commercial, was like, okay, you never know who's looking. And so, you know, I just kind of want to also encourage people. I mean, I'm trying to get back into it, trying to do weekly videos, and I tell you, content isn't always the easiest, and it's like, you know, there's just, because there's so much content out there, but that's not going to, you know, stop me from doing my videos, because I'm thinking maybe down the line, you know, I wish that like my great-great-grandparents, I could like heard their voice. So it's like, you know, family members like my nieces and my great nieces and nephews and their kids, maybe we can one day look back on YouTube and hear what their great aunt, you know, did, and, you know, just hear what my voice is like, and just have a visual. So it's like, you know, part of that is my thinking. But at the same time, I just like doing videos. It became my hobby, and you know, something I really enjoy. So I hope you enjoyed this story time of how I was in a Google commercial, and I'm hoping it's okay that I just insert the commercial in case you never saw it. I will put it in at the very end. And so that's it for today's video, this week's video, and I hope to see you in my next video. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I would love to have you part of the Eccentric Diva TV family. And also make sure you like this video. All right, bye.